So here we're going to be talking about ratios, and a ratio is basically just the relationship between two numbers, how two numbers compare to each other. And here I'm saying that as the comparison, or how we compare two values. So we have some examples over here. We have some pink stuff. Let's say that's 200 milliliters of pink stuff. And purple stuff, let's say those look even to me, so I'm going to call that 200 milliliters of purple stuff. In this formula, you can even imagine as just a recipe. In that combination, the ratio between pink and purple stuff is 200 to 200. We could also say that the ratio, an equivalent ratio, is 1 to 1. They are equal to each other. Actually, you can say that with any number. You can say it's 5 to 5 also. With these bowls of rice, I see 4 bowls of what looks to me like maybe white rice, and then let's say that's fried rice, 3 bowls of fried rice down there. So there's 4 bowls of white to 3 bowls of fried rice. In the bottom part, we see 5 cents per piece. That could be written as a fraction. Actually, we see the 3 different ways of writing ratios over here. 5 over 1. It's 5 cents for each piece. The ratio between money and pieces is 5 to 1. In this one, the ratio between money and pounds is 10 to 1. It's $10 per pound. So we can talk about ratios in a bunch of different ways. Actually, that is describing a ratio. These are the 3 ways that we will formally write ratios: as a fraction with a colon in between, 2 to 1. That's how you would say that, 2 to 1, or 2 over 1, or 2 per 1. And then 2 is to 1 is another way just to phrase that with words. So here I'm going to show how to write each of these ratios in a different way. So we're looking for the ratio of seals to turtles. There, 1, 2, oops, I guess I should have started with seals. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, the order actually is important. If it says seals to turtles, that's the order we want to write that ratio in, because you can see the next question is the exact opposite, turtles to seals. There's 3 seals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turtles. So the ratio of seals to turtles is 3 to 5. The ratio of turtles to seals is 5 to 3. And the ratio of turtles to all of our animals, we have 5 turtles out of a total of 8 animals. All right, here we have 3 more questions about this bar graph. Our favorite types of movies are represented in the bar graph. So for comedy, we have 4 people that selected that as their favorite movie. Action has 5, romance has 6. We are looking for the ratio between people who pick sci-fi and people who did not pick sci-fi. So the people who pick sci-fi, that's easy. That's this yellow bar here. That's 4. And I'm going to write this as a fraction just because I naturally think of it as a fraction, as that comparison between those people who pick sci-fi, and the people who did not pick sci-fi. These 4 groups put together. That's 1 plus 6, that's 7, plus 5 is 12, plus another 4 is 16. So you could write it like that, 4 compared to 16 that way, or 4 to 16. You more naturally read this as 4 to 16. Actually, I don't want to use this one. This is usually used as a comparison of a part out of a total. And the reason we use that is because that ratio is kind of particular. It actually also represents a percentage out of a total. So we're going to see something like that in this next question, where we're looking for the ratio of people who picked romance compared to the total number of people. So the total is really just adding up all of the people in the survey. That's 20. People who picked romance, that's 6. So you can say that that ratio is 6 out of 20, or 6 to 20. I would also like you to start simplifying these ratios. that fraction you can simplify to 3 out of 10. And later, we're going to also think about that as a percentage. That's 30%. When you're asked what is the ratio between those two different categories there, that and that, you can write either of these two answers. This also represents the ratio, but when you're writing a ratio, you're going to write it like this, or with the word to, or with a colon. What's the ratio of people who picked drama to the people who picked action or comedy? So that's talking about these two groups together. So I'm actually going to add action and comedy together. That's 9. And the people who picked drama, that's just 1. So that's a ratio of 1 to 9.